And when it got really dark, I give you two words that helped me: encourage yourself. If the people around me were negative and naysayers, and listen, I had people that loved me that told me to stop. I was never going to make it. They weren't. My mother told me I was never going to make it. It wasn't that she was trying to hurt me. It's just that she couldn't see what God had planted in me. And her vision for me was to go and work at the phone company, make a few $100s a month and get some benefits. She would have been very happy with that. But when God puts something down on the inside of you and it starts growing, it will stretch everything inside of you till it gets out.
Tyler Perry is trending again, but not because of a new blockbuster. This time, it's all eyes on his ex, Delilah Beal, who's finally speaking out after years of total silence. And what she's revealing, it's way messier than anyone imagined. Forget a quiet breakup, she's dropping hints about hidden secrets, mystery people, and even some wild personal preferences, and that's just the beginning. Now, there's talk of a lawsuit accusing Perry of harassment and manipulation, and leaked messages are circulating online, sparking rumors about some pretty shady behavior, especially involving a few male actors. Even worse, people close to him are reportedly vanishing without explanation. What once seemed like a mutual low-key split is starting to look more like Delilah was escaping a bigger storm, with alleged receipts making rounds and legal drama boiling over. Perry's polished public image could be crumbling fast. For those who followed them, their relationship was always mysterious. No red carpets, no wedding announcements, not even a solid engagement rumor. Then suddenly, Perry goes quiet. For a while, only to randomly post, "I'm 51, single, and wondering what the next chapter of my life will be." That was it. No mention of Delilah, no context, nothing. People didn't buy it then, and now, they're definitely not buying it. Tyler's built his empire on emotional storytelling, but when it came to his personal life, he kept it locked. Up tighter than Fort Knox. That contradiction didn't go unnoticed. While his films preach truth and vulnerability, he gave the public zero insight into his own real-life relationships. And over the years, that disconnect had people whispering. Loud rumors about his sexuality have been around forever, and apparently, he'd snap if anyone brought it up. Some believe Delilah was part of a long-running strategy, not a romance, but a shield. Keeping up that family man persona was crucial to maintaining his empire, and let's be honest, we've seen plenty of celebs do the same. Online. Fans weren't shy either. People were saying the whole thing looked staged. Neither Perry nor Delilah ever addressed the rumors, and that silence, it only made things louder. One user even posted, "He's still pretending to like women. He's probably gonna come out, like Dabrat did." That post exploded just as the Dixon lawsuit came out, accusing Perry of misconduct and exposing some private convos. Suddenly, that so-called clean breakup didn't feel so clean anymore. It felt like Delilah saw the crash coming and got out just in time. And here's where it really turns. It's not just the accusation, it's the receipts. Allegedly, Perry approached Derek Dixon under the guise of casting, which then turned into late-night DMS, flirtatious messages, and even unwanted advances. One now viral message reportedly reads, "I would frack you, and I haven't been touched in months."
So there I was in this moment trying to get to this place, trying to push, trying to make it happen, and I had to encourage myself. And what I mean by that is something to get away from everything negative that's around you. Block it out with all you can. Block it out completely and start putting on music and read things and read the word and things that encourage you, things that are going to make you stronger inside, because the strength, when it gets in this, comes from the soul. Everything else got to get in line. I think it comes from within first.
These weren't just some random late-night DMS. We're talking screenshots with timestamps, names, and even sworn testimonies backing them up. Suddenly, all those whispers about Perry being on the down low, they're not just rumors anymore. They're starting to look alarmingly real. And guess what? That's exactly when Delilah's name jumps right back into the headlines. If these allegations hold weight, then her breakup with Perry wasn't just a quiet, mutual decision. It starts to feel more like a strategic escape. Some folks now think Delilah had been putting the puzzle pieces together for a while, and once Dixon came forward with those so-called receipts, it only confirmed what she'd been seeing behind closed doors. Sources claim Delilah allegedly knew more than she ever let on, but stayed silent. Maybe to protect her kid, her image, and possibly Perry's empire too. But when the lawsuit went viral, social media lit up with one big question: is this why she really left? Remember that cryptic Instagram post where Perry wrote, "I'm 51, single, and wondering what the next chapter of my life looks like"? Delilah never clapped back. No shade, no subtweet. She just vanished. And now, that silence feels calculated, like she backed out before the storm hit. What was once whispered behind closed doors is now blowing up online, loud and messy. And that lawsuit's the match that lit the fuse. According to court docs, Dixon says he met Perry at an event back in 2019. Perry allegedly approached him, got his number, and started dropping subtle hints about possible acting gigs. Fast forward, boom, Dixon gets cast. Everything seemed smooth, until it didn't. A year later, Perry allegedly invited him over to his Atlanta home. Dixon thought it was a mentor moment, maybe even a career boost. But according to him, things went sideways fast. A little too much drinking, crashing in a guest room, and waking up to Perry allegedly touching his thighs. Dixon says he shut that down immediately. But after that, things just got weirder. He claims Perry kept messaging him, and this time, the texts weren't innocent. They were loaded. One viral message reads, "No straight guy would be taking walks with you or cooking you dinner, unless he wanted to. I would." Another allegedly asked what it would take for Perry to have some guilt-free time with him. But it doesn't stop there. Dixon says the role Perry gave him on one of his shows, a gay homeless man trading intimacy for shelter, wasn't just a script. He claims it mirrored exactly what Perry wanted from him in real life. According to Dixon, Perry once told him he was looking for someone loyal, submissive, and completely dependent. Dixon says at that point, he felt stuck. He didn't want to blow his shot in Hollywood, but he didn't feel safe either. He allegedly tried to set boundaries, told Perry he wasn't into it, but the messages, they kept coming. Then came the breaking point. In 2020, during another visit, Dixon claims Perry asked, "Do you like it rough in bed?" and then allegedly grabbed him by the throat, whispering, "Look how excited you just got." Dixon says he pushed him off and got out of there, but it didn't stop. On yet another night, Perry allegedly walked into Dixon's room in nothing but underwear, pulled his shorts down, groped him, and whispered, "Relax, just let it happen." Dixon says he deflected quickly, changed the topic, and got out of that house. Fast forward to 2024, Dixon officially files a complaint with the EEOC, quits the show, and sues Perry. Perry's legal team clapped back hard, calling the lawsuit a straight-up shakedown. One of his attorneys even said, "This man got close to Tyler Perry just to set up a scam," but Perry himself, completely silent. And that silence? It's screaming, especially for those who believe Delilah saw the chaos coming from miles away and quietly dipped before it all exploded. For some, Dixon's lawsuit didn't just dent Perry's image, it confirmed everything Delilah may have already experienced behind closed doors. Sources close to her say she'd been uncomfortable for a long time, noticing weird patterns, late-night meetings, too close male friendships, and Perry growing more distant emotionally. People around her say it was the secrecy that gave her anxiety, but what really made her walk was the gossip. Talk of shady relationships and messy power plays behind the scenes. And now, looking back, that silence from Delilah wasn't just classy, it might have been cold-blooded strategy.
Also, often we forget when we see celebrities and people who've achieved so much, people like Tyler, we don't understand that middle point. You know a little bit of the beginning, you come from nothing and you build up to being this giant. But what did that gray area in the middle look like? And that really defines someone's success, right? Just of that dedication and not giving up.
Insiders say the final straw for Delilah might have been those very same texts now exploding across the internet. Rumor has it, she either saw them firsthand or at least got wind of what Tyler had been sending to other men, messages that clearly blurred the line between business and something way more personal. Stack that on top of the pressure of faking a perfect public image, and it's no wonder she might have hit her breaking point. Publicly, Delilah said nothing, not a word. But behind the scenes, gossip blogs are buzzing, claiming she's quietly backing the legal firestorm from a distance. She hasn't defended Tyler, hasn't tried to clean up his mess, and for a lot of people, that silence says everything. Since walking away. Sources say Delilah has completely cut ties with Perry's world, focusing on her activism, modeling gigs, and keeping life chill with her son. Whether she bounced before the chaos hit, or just got tired of pretending, one thing's clear. What people once called a peaceful breakup. Yeah, it's starting to look like a straight-up escape plan. And if Dixon's courtroom claims hold any weight, Delilah won't just be remembered as an ex. She'll be the one who got out just in time. Once the lawsuit hit the web, it was like a digital explosion. Screenshots, court filings, and wild messages spread like wildfire, faster than anyone could even fact-check. As always, social media split in two. One side ready to cancel Tyler Perry on sight, and the other side calling the whole thing a setup. Some folks were genuinely shocked, while others, they were like, "Come on y'all, late, this been obvious." One person tweeted, "I didn't even know Tyler Perry was gay." Someone clapped back instantly, "Y'all acting brand new, he's been fruity." But the real shakeup wasn't just about the gossip, it hit something deeper. Especially in the LGBTQ+ community, people started asking, was Tyler struggling with his identity this whole time? Did that pressure twist into something darker? Or is this just another celebrity scandal, fueled by fame, money, and controversy? Not everyone's buying it though. Some folks think the texts seem more cringy than criminal. One person posted, "This just looks like awkward flirting. People believe anything shady about a black man." Another added, "This sounds like an older guy mentoring a closeted younger one." He sounds sus, not dangerous. But plenty of people are riding hard for Dixon. One user said, Tyler was definitely into Derek. Just read the messages, it's obvious. Then came the backlash, this time aimed at Dixon. Critics started digging into the timeline, questioning the details and demanding proof. One skeptic tweeted, I don't see anything explicit in those screenshots. No smoking gun. Dixon is lying. Even so, people aren't letting it go. Even without graphic texts, the vibe of it all, the casting choices, the tone of the messages, the way Perry's character mirrored Dixon's own life. It's all just a little too on the nose. For some, it's not quite predatory, but it's definitely raising eyebrows. This doesn't feel like random Hollywood mess. It feels targeted. And Delilah, she's right back in the crossfire. Whether her exit was a classy walkout or a calculated retreat, one thing's for sure, the internet isn't letting this die anytime soon. Believe Dixon or not. The takes are flying, and Perry's silence. It's only making the noise louder. Maybe Delilah stepped away to protect her peace. Or maybe she was guarding a truth much bigger than we know.